Family. I had always thought of it as a bond that would never break, a connection stronger than any hurt or resentment. But after my dad married Rachel, I quickly learned that not all families were built the same. From day one, my stepsister, Emily, made it crystal clear that I wasn't part of her world. "You're not my real sister," she would say with a sneer, as if her words could erase the years I had spent under the same roof, as if the shared memories didn't exist. She rejected me, completely and without hesitation, and I couldn't figure out why. I tried to reach out, tried to break through her cold exterior, but it was like talking to a wall. Nothing worked. Years went by, and my attempts at building a relationship with her faded into nothing. I stopped trying, too tired of being pushed away. I focused on my own life, my job, my friends, and eventually, I bought my own house. A small, cozy place, but it was mine. I had worked hard to get it, and it was the one place where I could be at peace, where I could escape from the complicated dynamics of my family. I had left behind the pain of growing up with Emily's cruel indifference, but everything changed the night she called. It had been years since I'd even heard from her. The call came late, and when I saw her name on the screen, my heart skipped a beat. What did she want now? The anger that had been simmering for years flared up again. I didn't want to talk to her, but some part of me, maybe the part that still held on to the hope that she could change, picked up. "Hey, can I come by?" Emily's voice was shaky, uncharacteristically vulnerable. "I need to talk to you. It's really important." I hesitated, my mind racing with 1,000 questions. Why now? After everything? But I agreed, feeling an uncomfortable mixture of curiosity and dread. When she showed up at my doorstep, she was a mess. Her hair was a tangled mess, her clothes wrinkled and stained, and her eyes were red, as though she hadn't slept in days. She wasn't alone. 2 kids clung to her legs, their faces pale and fearful. I had never seen her like this before, broken, desperate. And in that moment, something inside me wavered. I don't know what to do," she said, voice trembling. "My lease is up, and my landlord's selling the house. I've tried everything, but I can't find anywhere else to go. Please, I'm begging you. Can we stay here? Just for a little while?" I stared at her, stunned. She was asking to stay with me? After everything she had put me through? I wanted to slam the door in her face. To tell her to go figure it out on her own. But the sight of her, of the kids looking so lost and scared, made me hesitate. "Could I really turn them away? You've treated me like garbage for years," I said, struggling to keep my voice steady. "You've made me feel like I didn't even exist. And now you want to move in here? In my home? Just because you've got nowhere else to go?" Emily flinched, as though my words were physical blows. She glanced down, avoiding my gaze, and for a long moment, the silence between us felt suffocating. Then, she looked up at me, tears welling up in her eyes. I know I've been awful to you," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I was wrong, and I've hated myself for it. I've treated you like dirt, and I don't know why. But I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm asking for a chance to fix this. Please. I don't know where else to go, and the kids, they need a home." The words hit me like a punch in the stomach. It wasn't just about her anymore. It was about those kids, innocent and unaware of the years of bad blood between their mother and me. They didn't deserve to suffer because of our broken relationship. But could I really do this? Could I open up my home to someone who had spent years shutting me out? "I don't know," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. "You hurt me so much, Emily. I don't know if I can just forget that." She broke down in front of me then, her face crumpling with the weight of her regret. "I'm so sorry. I wish I could take it all back. But I can't. I just I need help. I don't want my kids to suffer because of my mistakes." I was torn. The anger, the resentment, the hurt, it was all still there, lurking beneath the surface. But I couldn't ignore the desperation in her voice, the fear in her eyes. For a moment, I wondered if this was my chance to be the bigger person, to help heal the wounds between us. "I'll think about it," I said, unable to give her an answer right away. "But don't think it'll be easy. You've got a lot to make up for." The next few days were a blur. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. Emily's words haunted me. I thought about the hurt she had caused me, the years of isolation, and how she'd always pushed me away. But I also thought about her kids, how they deserved a chance at a stable, safe home. I was angry, but deep down, I knew that turning her away wasn't the answer. It was complicated. It was messy. But maybe, just maybe, this could be the opportunity to rebuild, to find a way to move forward. Finally, I called her back. "You can stay here," I said, my voice tight. "But we need to have some serious talks. I'm not going to forget how you've treated me. We have a lot of work to do." Her voice trembled with relief. "Thank you. Thank you so much. I swear, I won't let you down." The first few days were filled with tension. I could barely stand to be in the same room with Emily, let alone share a roof with her. Every time I saw her, memories of the years of cruelty came rushing back. I wanted to scream, to demand an apology for every moment she'd made me feel like I wasn't enough. But I kept it together, focusing on the kids, trying to make the house feel like a home again. Then, one evening, after a particularly heated argument, Emily broke down. She was sitting on the couch, sobbing uncontrollably, her body shaking with the weight of everything she had carried in silence for so long. "I can't do this," she cried, her voice cracking. "I can't fix what I've done. I've hurt you too much. And now I'm asking for your help. I don't even know if you can ever forgive me, but I can't lose this chance. I can't lose you." I felt a knot tighten in my chest. The words hit me harder than I expected. She wasn't just asking for forgiveness, she was pleading for redemption. The years of anger and resentment started to melt away as I looked at her, broken and vulnerable, for the first time. I had always thought she didn't care, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe she was just as damaged by the past as I was. "I don't know if I can forgive you yet," I said softly, my voice trembling. "But I'll try. I'll try to give you the chance to make it right." It wasn't a perfect solution. It wasn't a magical moment of reconciliation. But it was a start. Slowly, we began to rebuild. The walls between us didn't come down overnight, but each day, we chipped away at them. Emily worked hard to show that she wasn't the person she used to be, and though it wasn't easy, I found myself starting to trust her again. We still had our moments, those flare-ups where the old wounds would bleed through. But we kept going. One step at a time. And in the end, I realized that family wasn't about perfection. It wasn't about erasing the past. It was about choosing to move forward, together, no matter how messy it might get.